No, Mr. Robot, you cannot have my job, but you can help me. I'm Dr. Jonathan Downey and this is Inside Interpreting, and this video is aimed directly at the robots who say that they're trying to take over from interpreters. No, you can't take over. You're physically and softwarely unable to take over. The people who programmed you are well-intentioned and very clever, and I'd like to praise them for their hard work so far. But it's clear that many of them don't actually understand what interpreting is. So you certainly cannot take over a job that your programmers fundamentally don't understand. Also, you can't take over the job because I quite enjoy it, and so do many of my colleagues, but that's beside the point. You can't have our jobs because there's a point at which we have to make a stand. There's a point at which we have to say something important, and that is that interpreting matters too much to trust it to algorithms that can never be perfect, to give it over to machines who can never quite get to that point of full humanity. No, Mr. Robot, you can't have my job, not because you're not good, not because you're not able to do something, but because you're not able to do the thing you're trying to replace. Mr. Robot, you can't have my job because you are not and cannot ever be an interpreter. But what you are is wonderful already, really. What you are is an incredibly fast system for matching terms, an incredibly fast system for finding patterns, an incredibly fast system that could be used to make people's lives easier rather than kicking them out of jobs. Why did no one think of that? Mr. Robot, you can help us really simply. Mr. Robot, you can help us by working in the background and listening to what the speaker is saying and checking that our terminology actually matches what the speaker is saying. You see, even the best of us, even the most experienced of us, can come to times where the speaker says something that wasn't quite in our terminology list or wasn't quite what we expected. So, Mr. Robot, on those occasions, we would love you to delve into your knowledge banks, delve into all the knowledge on the internet, on the greatest term bases and dictionaries known to humankind, and come out with the right term. You see, it's kind of wasteful for interpreters to be tippity-tapping things with their fingers while they're in the booths. Even their booth mates can help them, but they're going to be slow as well. There's a limit to how fast even the best interpreter in the world can type. But you, Mr. Robot, you can type and think and find and fetch far quicker than any human interpreter could even imagine. Do you want to join our team? And Mr. Robot, the other thing that you can do with a bit of help and with a bit of learning is double check what we're saying. You know, human interpreters do that themselves naturally, but to have a second pair of ears, a second brain as it were, just point out that we may have missed a not here or there. Or may have failed to notice that the adjective ending was actually feminine and not masculine, and that might change something. We're not asking you to interrupt or push in front, but we are asking you and offering you the chance to flag up any issues that might come up, so long as you understand that it's still us in the driving seat, so long as you understand that you're there to help us, not to take our jobs. So, Mr. Robot, you can't take our jobs. We're not going to let you take our jobs. But we would love you to come onto our team and actually help us. I'm Jonathan Downey and this is Inside Interpreting.